Going through the jungle in search of an adventure, swinging on a vine right through time, seeing what God's made for you and me. Hey, look out! Watch out for that tree.
Hi, I'm Ginger, and I'm here with my trusty assistant Gina, and we are ready for an adventure. I'm ready to look for the colorful birds in the trees, see the monkeys swinging from the vines, and capture me a tiger.
I am not so sure about this animal thing.
It's fantastic.
Okay, well, I have a better idea. How about we go visit our friends at Shiloh Christian Children's Ranch and see what kind of animal adventures we can have there?
That's a fantastic idea, Gina. I wonder what kind of animals they have in Missouri.
Well, nothing like a crocodile, I'm sure. But the kids learn tons of things working with animals at Shiloh, like chores and grooming and getting to hold the animals. And I'm sure they're much more cuddly than a crocodile.
Let's swing on over on our adventure vine and see what we can see.
Back at my old house, we didn't have any animals because my mom thought they were disgusting. So here, there's tons of animals everywhere.
Before I lived at Shiloh, I've never lived at a farm before. I always lived in small towns or cities like Quincy. And it was kind of a new experience when I came because they just started me working right when I came. It's pretty fun if you do it right and don't complain about it.
I like taking care of the animals. The chickens, when we first got them, I took care of them. It was just me taking care of them for a while, and then we split up the chore chart, and everybody takes care of them now, chickens and rabbits.
I lived in the middle of a big city, so it was a big difference coming out here and living. There's horses here, cows here, rabbits, chickens, dogs.
I have 4-H, and you do like showmanship, and you do tricks with it, and feeding it, I feed about once a day. Then I water it and stuff like that, so clean the cage.
They're kind of like humans. You have to feed them every day or they'll get sick or die.
Animals take a lot of responsibility. They're kind of like people. You gotta feed them, take care of them. If you don't give them attention, they'll kind of wander off from you and not really want to be with you.
I have 2 rabbits. Their names are Sugar and Spice, and we comb them and groom them and feed them and water them. It's a bit of work to clean out their cages, but we do it, and they're a bunch of fun. My favorite animal that we have on site would have to be the horses. I like horses.
I like the animals because they're fun to play with. Like the horses, I used to go out every day and like pet them and have fun. And then I have a rabbit that's fun to play with. We actually did a thing, I think it was equine therapy for a while, that showed horses, if you turn your back to them, they will turn their back to you. They kind of can sense if you're mad at them, they'll be mad at you in a way.
The way you treat animals is kind of the way you treat people. If you treat them mean, they're not going to be. So they're not going to really like you that much, kind of like a person.
What I've learned from the animals is they all have attitudes and they all have personalities. Some are shy, some are hyper, some like to play with you and mess around with you, some don't. Some are happy sometimes, and they have good days and bad days.
They're not just animals, some of them, most of them. They actually have feelings. You have to take care of them. You can't just blow them off. And they're part of my life now. My chore life at home is a little bit different than on the city. Like I said, you got animals, which in the city you wouldn't. In our house, the boys do more of the outside chores, and the girls do more of the inside. The girls do like dishes, sweep and mop, bathrooms, that kind of stuff. And the boys do a little bit of the inside, and we switch on and off. And the boys do the outside chores, chickens, wood stove. Sometimes I'll go help some of the house parents do cows and other stuff like that. We deal with machinery, which is really fun.
My chores around the house is probably washing eggs here and there. If there's some eggs that needs to come in, they need to be washed. And making sure I keep my room up and mopping the floor, sweeping steps, hallways, sweeping the living room, because we do have a chore list, and whatever the chore list says, I usually do it.
The chores I do at home are pretty much what everybody does because the chores are pretty evenly divided. I did some chores at my other house, but most of the time I just kind of didn't listen to what my mom said and just didn't care. I like being able to share the chores because it makes it easier and you're not stuck doing the same chore every day.
That was fantastic! Those animals were amazing!
The kids at Shiloh really love their animals. What an adventure.